Hey everyone, it's Dave Paris, and I want to apologize somewhat for the interesting accommodations for the location for this current video. I am actually out on tour with Diana Upton-Hill right now for her Christmas program, and we have a layover tonight. So I wanted to do a quick video. I'm recording the video. We'll just see how long it takes me to actually post the video. But I wanted to do some stuff with triads because people talk to me about finger exercises and music theory and tonality and triads and things like that. And so I'm going to do a short video series on some triad exercises that I came up with. And the one that I'm going to talk about tonight has actually been published on the internet previously. I discussed it at the UI Guitar Club. So I'm going to post the link to that here as well, and so you will see it here that you can go to. That's going to have it a little bit more comprehensive. But I figured I would cover it, even though it's been someplace else. I was going to cover it here so that you'd have a place to get started with it, and just kind of part of the series. So what we're going to do to get us all on the same page, one finger for every fret. So our concept is we're going to have our first finger on one fret, second finger right behind it on the next fret, third finger on the next fret, and then pinky. Okay, so with one finger for every fret, we're going to go in what is called second position, where your first finger is on the second fret. Okay, so with our first finger on the second fret, we're going to start with our third finger on the third fret of the fifth string. That is a C note, if you're keeping track. So that is your C. One finger for every fret. Now we're going to talk about the resolution. We're going to talk about the end of this lesson first, because guitar players rarely like to play the whole piece, the whole thing. We all want to learn the beginning part because it's the coolest part. So we're going to talk about the end first. Begin with the end in mind, if you will. What we do is third finger on the fifth string, C. Then we go to the first finger on our second fret of the fourth string of our D string, and then pinky up on the fifth fret, fourth string. That forms a major triad. Okay? So we take that pattern and we move it over, we move it down. So we're going down to the sixth string, even though we go up, and that's another thing. Our fingers move up, but our notes are going down. So we go down to the G note on the sixth string, third fret, G, B, D. So that's same fingering. Second finger on the sixth string, first finger on the fifth string, and then pinky on the fifth fret of the sixth string. To end it, to resolve it, we just go back to our C where we started with our second finger. Okay, now what happens where we do that? We actually do that up here. We do it an octave higher. All right, so we know from the guitar that this is an E, open, and then the notes repeat at the 12th fret. So we have an E here, we have an E here on the 12th fret. So if we have an E, then we have an F, and this is an F. So we have an A, then we have A sharp or B flat, and then B, second fret, B on the 14th fret. We have C on the 15th fret, third fret. Okay, so we're up here one octave higher than where we're going to start. And we use that one finger for every fret pattern. And this works on electric or acoustic. I'm doing it on acoustic for logistics. Otherwise, I'd have my amp out here and I'd impress everybody with whichever amp I chose to use. But at any rate, we're just doing it on acoustic for right now, but it transfers over to electric. You can do this on bass as well. We'll talk about that. So we're going to go our triad. on the 5th string, and then we're going to move over to the 6th string. Okay? And that's how we resolve. That's where we end. Okay? So now, knowing the end, here's how we start it. We start down here, like I said, on the 3rd fret on our C. We do a triad, and then we move over to the G, which is a 4th lower, but the 5th higher. So it's the 5 of G of C. Now we move this up by going to wherever our pinky is. When we get to the 6th string, we just move to where the pinky is. On the 5th string, we do the same pattern. Okay, so once we're here, then we move to the 5th string, 7th fret. Now our pinky's on the 9th fret, 5th string, so we move our 2nd finger up to the 9th fret, 5th string. And then our pinky's on the 11th fret, and then we move up here to the 11th fret, do the same pattern. Then we go to the 13th. Here we are at the 15th, 1 octave higher. And we resolve. Okay? Now, there's all kinds of crazy going on in there. Yes, if you're a theory head, you're into music theory, that is a circle of fifths. That is a 1-5 progression. It's also the 5 of 5. You can consider this as a G, C to the 5th of the G, which, or to the 5th, which is the 5th of C is G, and then the 5 of that is D, and then it goes to A. It is a circle of fifths. Okay. If you're following the dots, and I do have cheater dots on my guitar, even though this guitar doesn't have it, you'll notice that this goes from the dot to dot. So it's 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, and then we lose our dots. Then at this point, you have to just kind of know you're at the 11th fret and then 13th fret. So 3, 5, 7, 9, most guitars have those dots. Mine does not up front, but it does over here so that it makes me look, more impressive that I'm not using fret markers. But at any rate, that is there, okay? Now, as I said, you can do this without a pick. If you're a classical player or a fingerstyle player or something like that, or a bass player, you can do it without a pick. You can do it, thumb, 1st finger, 2nd finger, or just 2nd finger, 1st and 2nd finger, and work up a pattern with it, okay? I don't do it a whole lot that way, but bass players can use this. Bass players can do this just as much as guitar players, okay? I prefer, when I do it, I use alternate picking. So I go down, up, down, up, down, up. Now that's still a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now you can do it, try doing it backwards if you want. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Some people would disagree with picking that way. They would prefer doing down, up, down, down, up, down. I don't, because I think that alternate picking is important, and I prefer to keep alternate picking. I mean, Steve Morris is kind of in the same camp as I am, but like I say, maybe I mentioned this before in other videos, but I do prefer keeping it down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yes, so it's still down, up, down, up. Okay. Now you can go up. And you can go back down. It's a little bit more tricky going back down because you can't rely on your pinky. And for the first half of it, you can't really rely on the dots like we talked about either. But descending is important, and I think the guitar players don't spend enough time on descending riffs, because I know I don't. But you can go up and you can go back down. Now, this is the best I'm going to give you in this video right now. And I apologize, this is a little shaky. I'm on a bed in a hotel room, so that's, please, at any rate. This is all I'm going to give you right now, because as I mentioned, I've posted the actual video in the UI Guitar Club that you can go and see. So if you'll just go here, then you can see the actual video. You can see it more in depth and explained. part 2 and 3 or whatever of our series. I'm going to add some more triads, and we're going to do some different exercises. Hopefully this will get you started. Hopefully I'll get this posted before the end of the tour, and it'll make sense why I'm here and not at a more traditional looking place. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking it out. I hope you enjoy it. As always, I welcome comments. You can add comments here. You can email me. You can go to daveparis.com and use my contact form. You can email me. You can do Facebook. You can do Twitter, Reverb Nation. If you're in the Cedar Rapids area and you see me around there, we can get together, buy me a coffee or something like that. That's cool. So at any rate, get you started on triads. We're going to be trying out triads for a while, and thank you for your time. And as always, hope to see you soon. Thank you.